Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach who has lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss. And it is Friday, so it is weigh-in day. It is time to update you on all things happening. And I have a lot of updates for you. We're gonna talk about my week. I'm gonna share my weigh-in. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload a weigh-in every Friday and 5 videos every single week. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend personalized macros and calories. That is what I follow to lose and maintain my 140-pound weight loss, as well as one-on-one coaching for questions, accountability, or if you would like to chat with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite things, and come join our Facebook group. It's free, it's supportive. We would love to have you, are all down in that description box. So let's jump right in. I have a lot of updates for you. We're gonna talk about my week, my weigh-in. Let's jump in. Happy Friday, friends. I hope you had an amazing week. Like I said, I have quite a few updates for you. I just want to jump right in and let's go ahead and start out with Lola sitting right back there behind me. Actually, she's currently snoring, sleeping behind me. Apparently, she's very cozy. So I want to update you on Lola. So last week I talked about how I made the dog mom decision, the executive decision to not move forward with the biopsy of that small mass at the front of Lola's heart last week, that I was going to go ahead and wait until this week. Well, as this last week went on, Lola's actually doing really well. She is taking her heart medication that was prescribed to her 2 times per day. She's definitely back to her normal self. She does sleep a lot, but she's 12 years old, so that's pretty normal for Lola. She's still happy and she's playing, she's eating, she's drinking, she's pooping. She's doing everything that a dog should do. She still wants to take her walk every single night. She still plays with Palmer. So she's just been doing really well this last week. And as we once again approached Wednesday, which is the day that I had scheduled for Lola to have that biopsy, I was thinking more and more about how I felt about moving forward with that at this time. This last Saturday, so almost a week ago, I had a little girls' day with my friend Melissa and my friend Whitney. We went to the GEM show in Tucson, and when we were driving out there, I was telling my friend Melissa about Lola. She hadn't heard a lot of the updates that were going on, and I was talking with her about this biopsy of this mass on the front of Lola's heart, and she made a really good point, and she said, so if you do this biopsy and it comes back benign, fantastic, but what if it comes back something that requires some extensive treatment? Is that something that you would want to do for Lola? We know, like I said, Lola's 12 years old. I've shared multiple times that she is, as she finished her last round of chemotherapy, she was kind of tired of going to the oncologist. No, she wasn't kind of tired. She was very tired of going to the oncologist. And then this last time she went, after she spent some time in the emergency room, she shook the entire time. And I thought more and more about what Melissa said and more about our conversation about what's best for Lola at this point in Lola's life. And I made the decision that I am at this time not going to biopsy that small mass at the front of Lola's heart. And I have my reasons for this, mainly because number one, Lola's doing really well. Now, that doesn't mean anything because if this mass that they found is something that is concerning, could be detrimental to Lola, I'm not going to know because I haven't biopsied it. So am I risking that being something that could develop into a problem? Yes, but in my gut, in my heart of hearts, I don't feel like that's what it is. Now, I am not a vet. I am not a doctor. I don't know. Like I said, I have not biopsied that mass. But because of where Lola is age-wise, the fact that she just in the last couple weeks spent the night in the emergency hospital, I talked all about this in multiple videos. The fact that she's doing really well, she's back to her normal self. I haven't noticed any weird fluctuations in her heart since being on the heart medication. At this time, I just kind of want to leave her be. I want to let her live her healthy, happy life. And that's another conversation. That's another piece of the conversation that I had with my friends on this last Saturday. So as of right now, I am not going to pursue biopsying that mass at the front of Lola's heart. What I did do though is schedule Lola a checkup appointment at the end of February. So since she has been in remission from her last session of chemotherapy, appointment once per month, just a checkup basically. They take a look at her lymph nodes, they usually trim her nails, they just check her overall body to see if she's still in remission. So I have that appointment scheduled for the end of February. I'm going to obviously monitor her over the next couple of weeks, the remainder of the month of February, before she goes into that appointment. And if there's any concerns, anything that I'm worried about, if there's any noticeable change in her behavior, how she's feeling, I will obviously take her in and we will pursue biopsying that mass at the front of her heart. My goal is to take her into her normal checkup appointment. Number one, I want to see if she's still in remission from lymphoma. How are her lymph nodes looking? I do want to go ahead and aspirate the cyst on her neck. That was not a concern, just to see if we can aspirate that, get the fluid out of there, even though it's not something to be concerned about. We'll see how she's looking at that time. And like I said, if there's any concerns before then or at the time of that appointment, we will schedule the ultrasound and the biopsy of the mass of her heart. I'm really big on listening to my gut, and my gut right now is just telling me, just let her be happy and not have to go to the doctor, not have to have another procedure right now. I just want to let her be. That's really the bottom line. I want to just let Lola be Lola. She's doing well, and let me tell you, I appreciate every single day with Lola. Trust me, her being diagnosed with lymphoma 2 years ago this month, and the fact that she's still here and doing well is almost unheard of, and I'm so incredibly grateful for that. I am thankful every single day. And I will also tell you that every single day is very stressful for me. I worry about her daily. I monitor every little move she makes, any little change in how she's feeling, how she's acting. It has been 2 years of anticipatory grief. And I just feel at this point, I don't want to put her or myself through anything else right now. I just want to enjoy every day with her. I want to spend as much time with her as possible. I want to give her all the treats that she wants. I just want her to be happy. And right now, I think just letting her be for the next couple of weeks is the best decision for Lola. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I will obviously keep you guys posted. If anything changes, if there's any concerns, I will get her in. But right now, we're gonna let her snore in the background. All right, we're just gonna let her snore and sleep in the background. Before I tell you about how my running with the C2 5K app has been going, I wanted to give you an update on the Cozy Fit Light Me earbuds. I've been sharing these. I've shared these a couple of times with you guys. I'm really excited to wear these on my first 5K since embarking on the C2 5K app. So I'll be wearing these when I do my 5K tomorrow. I'll tell you guys a little bit about the 5K next. These are the most incredible, most affordable, lightweight earbuds. These are the Light Me Cozy Fit earbuds. These are expertly designed for exceptional comfort. With their lightweight construction and liquid silicone material, they are the perfect fit. They're equipped with advanced Bluetooth 5.4 technology to ensure outstanding sound quality. They're water and dust resistant, making them ideal, especially if you have an active lifestyle. They have intuitive touch controls, which enhance convenience, allowing effortless music listening and phone calls. They're comfortable, stable, and unnoticeable when you're wearing them. They're great for day-to-day life as well as any sport. Because of their memory steel wire structure, they adapt to various ear shapes, ensuring exceptional comfort. What I love about them is they allow external sounds while enjoying high-quality audio, so they're ideal for me when I'm walking outside alone. The sound is phenomenal, and I love that they're water-resistant and sweat-proof with a long battery life and compact charging case. They actually provide up to 8 hours of use on a single charge. And with the compact charging case, extending the total battery life to 30 hours. The price of these is insane. At just $39.99 before any discount, you can't find a better deal than the Light Me earbud. I've been wearing these every single time I do a run, every single time I walk or run to the gym while I'm at the gym. The only time I don't wear these is when I'm at boot camp, but every other time I'm working out, I'm wearing my Light Me earbuds. I love these so much. These are life-changing earbuds right here. Definitely pick these up. Again, I will link them down below for you. Tomorrow, I am running a 5K, so this will be my 3rd year doing this particular 5K. This is called the Wine Run, and it's at a vineyard in Sonoita, Arizona, which is about an hour away from me. The run is really fun because it is all wine based. So even at the end of the run, you get a coupon for a free glass of wine. I don't drink alcohol, so I usually pass my coupon on to someone else. There's only 3 or 4 of us doing the run from boot camp this year, where typically there's a lot more of us because this is a pretty fun run. It is pretty far away, so that could be one of the deterrents this year. We do have to drive about an hour to get to the run, but the run is actually through the vineyards. It's all dirt, so it's challenging for sure. So my goal for this 5K, now this will be my first first 5K since I started the C2 5K app about 2 months ago, month and a half, 2 months ago. I'm actually up to running 28 minutes now, and I'm really proud of myself for that, which for me ends up being well over 2 miles in that 28-minute run. So my goal for this 5K, this will be my first 5K, like I said, after starting the running app, is I would like to run at least half of this 5K. This is a very hilly, dirt-filled 5K, and some of the areas just aren't conducive to running. It's just not a safe terrain to run on, but I would like to be able to run at least half, maybe even more of this 5K. Obviously, I'll walk at a brisk pace up the heavy hills and in the areas that I don't feel like are safe to run in, but I want to run the rest of the 5K, and I want to beat my best 5K time, which is just under 44 minutes. It was like 43 minutes and 30 something seconds, I believe, was my best time. So I'm hoping to beat that at the wine run tomorrow. I will definitely update you guys next week. We always dress in fun Valentine's Day gear. So I have heart socks that I actually bought from the run last year. I've got a cute Valentine's Day shirt, a ribbon, a Valentine's Day scarf to tie in my hair. It is just a really fun run. And then I go to this really good coffee shop that has these amazing breakfast sandwiches after the run on my way home. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. I won't be going to the gym, obviously, since I have the 5K. And speaking of the 5K and the running, I will be up to running 30 straight minutes by the end of this next week, and I will actually finish the 5K training through the app. I can't believe I'm almost done with the 5K training. Like I said, I'm really proud of myself that I'm able to run 30 minutes without stopping. I've been challenging myself to improve my run per mile time. And then I thought more about it and decided, you know what, right now I'm going to focus on comfortably running 30 minutes. And then I'll work on improving my per mile run time. I will tell you, when I first started, I was running about a 14-minute mile. Now I'm up to just over a 12-minute mile, just barely over a 12-minute mile. And my ultimate goal would to eventually be able to run a 10-minute or under mile. But baby steps, everything in baby steps. And my first goal is to complete a 30-minute run effortlessly, and then be able to again increase my speed to get to the 10-minute mile or under. And honestly, I don't care how fast I run a mile. I'm just proud of myself that I'm able to run 1, 2, 3 miles without stopping. And when I do run in my community, it is hilly, so I am running up a slight incline a lot of the time, even sometimes more of a hilly area. So I'm really proud of myself. Now, I will be fully honest and transparent with you and let you know that I don't love running. I don't love it. I don't see myself embarking to be an actual runner where I'm running half marathons or marathons, but I would love to be able to run a 5K, maybe even a 10K, and that is going to be my next goal. Once I'm comfortably running a 5K, getting in a mile, getting in a 10-minute or under mile, I will most likely continue with the 10K training as part of the C2 5K app, which would be a little over 6 miles. So that's my next goal, and then we'll see where that takes me. Maybe I'll change my mind and I'll suddenly want to run all the time, but I do still love my strength training. I love doing my trainwell workouts in the gym. I will always go to boot camp. As long as boot camp is here, I will always go to boot camp. So that just limits the amount of time that I have to run in addition to my regular exercise. And because I enjoy boot camp and strength training more, I've been trying to run 2 to 3 times per week. As far as the 10K, the hot chocolate run in San Diego at the beginning of March, that is still up in the air. I need to see what happens with our house. I'll give you an update on that next, and how Lola's doing, obviously, before I go to San Diego for that run. Lola is much more of a priority. Moving into our new house is much more of a priority. Unfortunately, I would be sad if I missed a year, because this is something that I do with my girlfriends every single year, but sometimes life happens and other things take priority. I have not paid for the run yet. I have not booked my flight. If I do go down for the run, it will be a quick turnaround trip, 1 or 2 nights, that's it, because I'm really not comfortable, nor do I want to really leave Lola at this point. My focus is spending as much time with her as possible. So right now, that's all up in the air. Again, that's an update I'll give you guys in the future when I make a final decision on whether or not I'm heading down to San Diego for the hot chocolate run. And if I do, we will be doing the 10K. The house. So I ended the last vlog with a bang. If you saw my last house vlog, I'll go ahead and link it down below if you missed it. The very last day, we had a major hiccup, a disaster that we were not expecting. When our cabinets came in, our cabinets were not the right color. Unfortunately, the sample we chose our cabinets from in design was an outdated sample, and now the cabinets that we chose are actually more blue leaning when we were after gray cabinets. So because of them not being the right color, we actually decided not to keep them and had to send them back, and they have to remanufacture us brand new cabinets that are the right color. Now, this is a major issue because we cannot move forward with countertops. We cannot move forward with flooring or molding. We really can't do anything on the inside of our house until at least the bases of the cabinets come in. Whether the doors come in and the drawers at the same time is irrelevant, but we need those bases and those bases to be installed before we can move forward with anything on the interior. So that's going to be a delay for us on moving in. The move-in date that we thought was going to happen was March 25th. I don't know for sure, but I highly doubt that's going to be the case now with the cabinets. We are still kind of in limbo. We do not have our new cabinets. That's an update. We do not have our new cabinets. I've been updating you throughout the vlog that I'm currently filming, which will be the next vlog to go up once our house is done prior to us moving in, like the final stage of building. As of right now, we do not have cabinets in our hot little hands. So I don't have an update on the move-in date yet. And like I said, I will be doing more in-depth updates in that vlog. Unfortunately, you have to wait to see that until our house is finished. But as of right now, I don't know what it's gonna look like. I'm hoping to not have much of a delay because we already sold our house and the people buying our house have already sold their house. And we don't know what date they told the people buying their house that we're closing on. Now, we did make it clear to them that a tentative date was March 25th, that we did not have a definitive date until the cabinets are installed. And since the cabinets aren't installed, we still do not have a definitive date. So hopefully it's not too delayed. Hopefully everything works out. The people buying our house understand that if there is a delay, a small delay, hopefully that doesn't jeopardize the sale of this house, because that would be even more of an utter disaster. So as of right now, we're pretty much still in limbo. We are working feverishly on the outside of our house. They have completely stuccoed our house. They're letting it sit to dry, to cure before they paint it. He is hoping to have it painted this week. The electrical is all in and they are wrapping up the master shower. So they're doing everything that they can to kind of expedite the pieces that they can work on. It's just these dang cabinets. I mean, if anything was going to go wrong, the cabinets is one of the worst things since so much of the interior hinges on those cabinets. So we will see what this next week brings. I've been doing really well with my food. I've been heavily protein focused, being in a mild caloric deficit, really just still focusing on my whole food approach, limiting myself to 2 protein supplements every day. I've definitely gotten in a routine and a rhythm with my food, which I'm really grateful for. I am due to start my cycle any day, and we know how erratic my cycle has been, but I am due to start my cycle any day. So I've been a little bit more hungry the last few days. I've just had to make sure that I'm drinking my water, getting in proper nutrition to help curb that hunger a little bit. And typically this is the time where my body is the leanest leading up to my cycle. The last couple days before I start my cycle is when for some reason my weight is the lowest. And then when I start my cycle, it kind of spikes back up again, then levels out. When I'm in ovulation, my weight spikes up. You've got to learn your body so that you're not freaked out by weight fluctuations. And right now I'm happy that this is the leanest, lowest weight that I've been seeing on the scale. Let's actually jump into my weigh-in since we're talking about food and weighing in and being lean before I start my cycle. When I stepped on this scale today, I'm actually down 0.6 pounds. Now 0.6 is the most that I've lost in a significant amount of time. I've pretty much been maintaining my weight, you know, up 0.2, down 0.2, but 0.6 is the most that I've lost in I don't know how long. That's almost half of a pound. And I will tell you, did I lose 0.6 pounds of fat? Probably not. This is again the time that I'm the leanest on the scale. It's just what my body does. I think what happens before I start my cycle, and again, I'm not a doctor, but I think that my body sheds a lot of the excess water weight before beginning my cycle, and that's why I see the scale drop down a little bit. I still consider 0.6 a maintenance. I am very happy with a 0.6 loss. I will go ahead and pop up here on the screen how much I've lost total as well as my current weight. And now I want to hear from you. How was your week? What did you do for Super Bowl? We just watched it at home. I made some little finger foods. I'll insert a video here of the things that I made. We did pickles wrapped with cream cheese and ham. I made little smokies wrapped in the reduced fat crescent rolls. We had 7-layer dip, chips and dip. I made Waikiki meatballs in honor of Troy's mom. We just had a chill Super Bowl. It was actually really nice just to hang out at home together and watch it. And let me know how you did on Super Bowl. Were you able to get back on track after? Let me know everything down below. Don't forget, I will link the Cozy Fit earbuds in the description box. A lot of you have picked these up, have been loving these. I cannot wait to wear these on my first 5K tomorrow because they're so incredibly amazing and you can't beat the price. So I'll link those down below and I will see you in tomorrow's grocery haul. Bye.